The day approaches when we remember the yesteryears and our ancestors fight for emancipation, the fruits of which we enjoy today. In 1788, the British Parliament regulated the number of enslaved Africans who could be transported from Africa to the colonies via the Regulated Slave Trade Act of 1788, also known as the Dolben's Act. Advocates of the West India trade, like MPs Edward Hyde East and Robert Sewell, fiercely defended their slaveholder interests, but they were met with fierce opposition. The abolitionist charge was led by William Wilberforce, who galvanized public support through petitions and persistent activism. A significant step came in 1792, when Wilberforce's motion for abolition was approved. Yet it took until March 25, 1807, for the British slave trade to be formally abolished with royal assent. By 1815, Britain held control over many key West Indian islands that had prospered in the 18th century through the sugar trade, fueled by the labor of countless enslaved Africans. As the horrors behind this luxury became apparent, a growing number of Britons rallied against the brutality of the slave trade. The fight continued, and in 1823, abolitionists, including Wilberforce and MP Thomas Fowell Buxton, established the Society for the Mitigation and Gradual Abolition of Slavery throughout the British dominions. This society played a crucial role in the 1832 general election, ensuring the success of abolitionist candidates. The culmination of these efforts was the Slavery Abolition Act of 1833, which was effective August 1, 1834. It not only ended slavery, but also allocated £20 million raised by the Rothschilds to compensate slave holders. An apprenticeship system was also introduced, requiring former slaves to work for their previous masters for a set period, marking a complex but significant step towards freedom. Under pressure from Westminster, the legislative assemblies in the colonies abolished the apprenticeship system, and full freedom was granted to all former slaves. On August 1, 1838, the reading of the Emancipation Declaration in Jamaica marked the beginning of freedom from slavery. This historic event took place on the steps of the old King's House in Spanish Town, the then capital of Jamaica. The road to freedom officially culminated on August 28, 1838, when the British Parliament enacted the bill abolishing slavery. This legislation emancipated approximately 311,000 enslaved Africans in Jamaica and countless others across the colonies. However, full freedom was delayed by a mandatory 6-year apprenticeship period, during which former slaves worked unpaid for their previous masters in exchange for basic provisions. The full emancipation in 1838 led to the creation of free villages across Jamaica. These communities emerged due to harsh treatment by plantation owners, low wages, high rental costs, and a strong desire for individual freedom and land ownership among the former slaves. Emancipation Day was first celebrated as a public holiday in Jamaica in 1893, after C.S. Farquharson introduced the Public General Holidays Bill, but was later replaced by Independence Day in 1962. Thanks to the efforts of the late Professor Rex Nettleford, Emancipation Day was reinstated in 1997 by Prime Minister P.J. Patterson and is now celebrated annually on August the 1st. Free villages developed in two main ways. Some formed spontaneously as groups of freed individuals came together, while others were planned under church leadership. Missionaries from Baptist, Moravian, Presbyterian, and Methodist denominations played a crucial role, purchasing land and selling small plots to their congregations, who then built churches and schools. These free villages represented the first true taste of freedom for many emancipated Africans in Jamaica. They could now own land, grow crops, and raise their families independently of the plantation system. Some notable free villages include Sligoville, St. Catherine, established in 1835. It was the first free village named after the then governor, Howell Peter Brown, 2nd Marquis of Sligo. Maidstone, Manchester. Created in 1840 by the Moravians, this village was developed from a former coffee plantation. Sturgetown, St. Anne, founded in 1839 by Baptist missionary Reverend John Clark, named in honor of Joseph Sturge, a key figure in the anti-apprenticeship campaign. Time and Patience, Trelawney. Formed after August 1st, 1838. This village symbolizes the perseverance and resilience of its founders. Stony Gut, St. Thomas, the home of national hero Paul Bogle and the starting point of the Morant Bay Rebellion of 1865. These villages allowed emancipated Africans to truly explore and enjoy the freedoms they had long fought for, establishing a new way of life in post-emancipation Jamaica. Modern emancipation landmarks include Emancipation Park, which opened in 2002 with the theme A Tribute to Freedom. It is the home of the Redemption Song statue, produced by noted Jamaican artist Laura Facey Cooper. As we celebrate this Emancipation Day, may we carry forward the torch of freedom with pride and determination, ensuring that the sacrifices of our ancestors were not in vain. Thank you for watching, and may the spirit of emancipation continue to inspire us all.